Hey y'all, welcome to Crown Reads, where I give channeled and intuitive and messages through oracle cards for the collective for our highest good, understanding, alignment, evolution, whatever it may be. And as I said, oracle cards, so no tarot here. And I just really try to tune into the messages that are going to be for our highest good and maybe help us get to some next phases in life by either, figuring out what we need to do, what barriers or challenges may be getting in the way, just all of that good stuff. So led to do a reading, but it doesn't really have a theme. There's no question they're really leaning on me to ask. I am being drawn to a deck, so I am just going to grab that deck and just kind of see how it goes. So this is going to be one of those readings where kind of give you a little bit of an impression of where we're going once we get into it, because they're not giving me anything concrete yet, but I'm sure things will come in. So I am going to go ahead and grab the two decks I'm drawn to right now and see what message we pull out of these. So the first one I'm drawn to is the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle deck. So I will be shuffling from that one first and see what messages the divine has for the collective right now. Okay, yes. I'm going to pull one from here and clarify with one from that other deck. So they at least told me that. Still don't know where the message is going, though. Let's see. They want one. Okay. Yes, okay. All right. So that's I don't know if you saw that. That's the one that was on the top of that file there. So we'll see what this one says, and they want me to read it and then clarify with this other deck. So, okay, what an interesting picture there. Okay. Any of us space aliens, higher knowledge fans here? We got some Anunnaki light codes. And it says energetic shift, new information, and end of a cycle. And that end of a cycle is popping out. So maybe that's where the message is going. So it wants me to go ahead and read. So let me go ahead and do that. I said it, not they. Cards kind of speaking to me a little bit. I think that's why I just said it. Lamb. Okay. Getting the word lamb. So maybe something new, baby state. It did say end of a cycle. So maybe that's like starting a new cycle as a beginner in some way, or maybe you're kind of shifting into like more of a beginner energy and a renewed energy or something like that. We'll just see if that resonates. But give me the word lamb, Lamb, lamb. So let's see here. So the Anunnaki light codes. The Anunnaki are a race of cosmic light beings who have been coming to Earth since ancient times. The Sumerians and Babylonians acknowledged them as the deities who govern the space between the worlds. The divine leader of this incredible race is the goddess Ishtar, a powerful figure similar to the Egyptian goddess Isis. The Anunnaki have taken many forms throughout the ages. They have an angelic warrior-like quality and have appeared with wings, sometimes up to 4, and with an elongated head and face similar to that of an eagle. When the Anunnaki appear, it's important to know they are heavenly allies supporting our healing and ascension. In the distant past, they visited the Atlantean civilization and helped those who were aligned with the spiritual path to ascend to the next dimension so that they could leave the wheel of karma. They acted as divine judges, deciding who could ascend and who had to be left behind for the growth of their soul. Those who had abused their powers had not honored the divine or valued the great gift of life they had been giving. So I'm going to start that sentence over because my tongue just wants to do all kind of flips right now. Okay. And I think because that said something to me there too. They acted as divine judges, deciding who could ascend and who had to be left behind for the growth of their soul. Those who had abused their powers and had not honored the divine or valued the great gift of life they had been given had to remain for the cataclysmic ending of their civilization. For that reason, some people who have had Atlantean incarnations may fear the Anunnaki, but be assured that they are beings of infinite light working for Source. To connect with them, you can say, Anunnaki, Anunnaki, Anunnaki. I welcome in the presence of the Anunnaki people. Thank you, angelic cosmic beings, for immersing my energy body in your light codes. The message is, great change is coming to you, but this can only occur if you are willing to shift your perception. You may be experiencing resistance to change, but please know that this is simply fear of the new, not intuition. Okay, I think that's good to know, fear of the new. And I did mention a new cycle possibly. Old systems, old ways of being, and old ways of doing things must be released if you are to evolve. Okay. Change can bring a sense of vulnerability, but will also allow you to make a deeper connection to your feelings, gifts, and what is important to you. You are standing at a gateway of pure potential that will be ignited as soon as you move through the necessary change. Be open to new information, new processes, and new ideas. You are part of the new energy upon the earth. Okay. So whoever's receiving this message, you have made it to New Earth. Um, if you believe in that concept at all. So I think that's a good message there. Absorb that for yourself. So there is how they said you have a fear of the new. It's not your intuition. So they really want you to zero in on that. And when I say the new, that might be why I said maybe starting off as like a beginner in some way or something like that, having to start over. So maybe that's what feels like it's scary, like starting at the bottom or being completely new to something, not knowing your way when maybe you're very used to knowing exactly what you want to do and how you want to execute something. There's some kind of fear of the new there. And I'll let you know that it's going to be just fine. The vulnerability that you fear is going to actually bring you everything that you want. Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah, the change that you fear is going to bring you everything you want. That's the barrier. That's the holdup, if you've been wondering. So there's something that you have to, I hate to say this, but it keeps coming, like you have to go back to the bottom. And I don't mean like bottom, like digging out of the shadows, but like you're a senior in something and you got to go back down to beginner. But it brings you everything you want. And I just want to say to really be open to the idea of being a beginner at something again, because that means you're in a space of like curiosity and exploration and learning new things. When you're in a space to where it's scary to do the new, but you're getting confirmations like what this card said about, hey, you're good, you're part of the new world, is bringing you what you actually want. When you get messages like that, that serves as your reassurance to just go ahead and dive into it. That's what they tell you that for. So, okay, so somebody's like, you're not going to convince me to do something. Nobody's ever trying to convince anything. It's always your choice. Always your choice. So explore where that resistance is coming from, because you're not going to convince me to do anything. It's feeling less like fear and more so control. And if anybody's having some issues with control right now or releasing it in some way, that's also blocking you too. And also, losing control does go hand in hand with the fear of vulnerability, which the card did mention. Because yes, if you're not in control of anything, then you're susceptible to certain things. That puts you in a vulnerable position. And oftentimes people don't like to feel vulnerable. So, oh yeah, that's why I said shift your perception. Yes. So that's why it said, why it told me to tell you that, to look at it as like something of curiosity and exploration and all those things, your perception of it. You could think of yourself as going back down to the bottom, or you could think about yourself as like, oh, I get to explore this new thing that I know it's going to work out for me and that's good for me. So let me just enjoy the new of it all, the excitement of something new, versus having to be so like staunch and stoic in what you know. Yeah. Also, they're telling me that someone is afraid of letting go of a position because you don't know who you are outside of it. That feels like a read. Okay, do what you will with that. Yeah. So think on that. Okay, so they're ready for the clarify. Okay, so this is coming from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck. I like this. This kind of looks like a message of, it feels guided in a way. Like people come and say, hey, we've got you. It feels like gods are here. Maybe mine are connecting with yours. Of course, I always feel the divine in the room, especially when I'm doing this. But it feels like very like tangible people right now. Yeah. Okay. Goddess of nature, you reap what you sow. Your dream is coming to fruition. And Angel of union, a partnership is blessed and destined for greatness. Okay. That one. I love this deck. Sure is focusing. There we go. Three, 3, 3 might be significant right now. Sorry for that dead silence. I was listening. Sorry, got a little wrapped up in them. 3, 3, 3 might be significant right now. Yeah, you know how it said like the Anunnaki can have like the face of an eagle? This is the representation of them overlooking whatever's coming for you. So it's a union of something. It doesn't have to mean a person. I'm going to read it. But I'm thinking this is union with self a little bit more. Oh yeah, how it said, you don't know your identity outside of whatever position that is. You're going to have to come into union with a different part of you. So you almost need to let that die so that you can actually become the next version of who you're supposed to be. Because, we're constantly changing and evolving. But yes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read. But yes, you might need to combine two parts of yourself and work on some identity related things as well. Okay, so let's read these. So Goddess of Nature came out first. You reap what you sow. Your dream is coming to fruition. Your dream is coming to fruition. This is the time to reap the rewards and benefits that are derived from the seeds of a project, venture, or idea you planted some time ago. It's not all been plain sailing, and many a time you have doubted whether your many efforts and labor would ever be rewarded. Yet harvest time has come, a time when you reap what you have sown. Accept all the blessings about to come your way and realize that they are the result of the love, courage, dedication, and commitment you have shown in the recent past. Give thanks to Mother Nature and enjoy. An Angel of Union. A partnership is blessed and destined for greatness. A merger, partnership, or relationship of some kind is being formed which holds long-term benefits for your life. This relationship, partnership, or merger, which is with someone you already know or deal with, possibly yourself, is blessed and destined for great success of some kind. Many great and wonderful things are birthed as a result of this union, which will continue to grow and strengthen for the rest of your life. Thank the universe for this wonderful blessing. Yep. You got a little bit of identity stuff going on. And, for some of you, this could be really a union coming. If nothing else in this is aligned for you, but that part does. It could be. But based on the whole reading, what I'm getting, the messages that are coming in, and when they really start to harp on that identity piece, that's really kind of when it came into like the partnership with self, the merger of different parts of yourself. So I'm also glad that once you got to the description, it said a merger too. Because I do think it's a merging of sides of you, not just a partnership, not just a relationship, because that can feel very external. But a merger feels a little bit more internal. So I think that was really great. Probably why they wanted me to read that, so we could tune into that specific word. But I want to highlight where it says, many great and wonderful things are birthed as a result of this union, which will continue to grow and strengthen for the rest of your life. So I think that's all the new things that are coming to you. If you change your perception of seeing yourself going back down to the bottom, let go of whatever this position is that your identity is attached to. Do that work to work on yourself and bring yourself together and heal. Oh, the Anunnaki did say something about people having to continue their growth cycle. Okay. Go back to that part of the reading. There's a message in what I read about the Anunnaki. If the rest of this is connecting for you. Just revisit that after the end. Just that portion. So yes, this union of self is really the key to a lot of things. So yeah, change your perception of I have to go back to the bottom. I have to start over. I have to begin all over again. I have to start with nothing. All of those things. Completely change that perception. Let's go in curious, explorative, open, excited, based on what you're hoping for, maybe a little bit eager. But yes, so change your perception of how you're seeing this next phase, and it's going to help you ease into it a little bit better too. This is interesting. This is something about, okay, this is giving me depths. Yeah, this is about the inner work too. Yeah. Gotta go explore something in your depths. So, okay, I think that's the whole reading. So hopefully this was helpful. Like I said, revisit where I read the book with this one because it might connect after some things I explained about this card. So, hopefully this helps. Hopefully it's useful for you. Feel free to take these messages on your journey, and if they're helpful, I am forever grateful for that because that is all I'm trying to do is help. I know that the journey of ascension, enlightenment, all of those kind of things is a tough one. So, the more genuine voices we have, the better. That can really help through this process because it's a lot, especially if you can't talk to a lot of people about it or really have like a space where you can just share this part of yourself. Maybe somebody needs to hear that because that's a random spiel I never end a video with. So yeah, there we go. Also, these things are even in front of me, and I'm trying to figure out why they look so tilted on my camera. But oh well. So thanks. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Return, enjoy, all those things. So yeah. So new stuff is coming. Change your perception about starting over. And this is all going to be great. They're letting you know it's good. You just got to go do what you know you're supposed to do. So yeah, there we go. Thanks.